As Europe faces elections, far-right leaders rally against socialism and migration. With European elections looming on the horizon, a surge in support for hard-right parties is anticipated. In anticipation of this anticipated upswing, prominent far-right leaders have assembled in Madrid to denounce socialism and massive illegal migration. Organized by Spain's far-right Vox party, the Great Patriotic Convention on Sunday provided a platform for conservatives and far-right populists to converge and direct their disapproval towards various targets, including the welfare state, wokeness, and the European Union's bureaucratic agenda. In attendance were France's Marine Le Pen, Hungary's Viktor Orbán, Italy's Giorgia Meloni, Argentina's Javier Milei, Amichai Chikli, Israel's Minister for Diaspora Affairs and Combating Anti-Semitism, André Ventura, leader of Portugal's far-right Chega party, Chilean far-right leader José Antonio Cast, Matt Schlapp, Donald Trump ally who chairs the American Conservative Union, and Roger Severino, vice president of the Heritage Foundation think tank. In a video message, Orbán proclaimed it was time for patriots to occupy Brussels, accusing the Belgian capital of unleashing massive illegal migration and poisoning our children with gender propaganda. Meloni, also appearing via video, exhorted Europe's far-right parties to collaborate in anticipation of the upcoming European Parliament elections. "We're at the eve of decisive elections," declared the Italian Prime Minister. "It's time to mobilize, to get out onto the streets. It's time to raise the stakes. It is our duty to fight to the last day." Vox leader Santiago Abascal called for a global alliance of like-minded groups to confront the threat posed by the left. "While all defend our national sovereignty, we also know that we can't do it alone," he told the 10,000-strong crowd gathered at Vistaliga Arena in Madrid. "Faced with globalism and its socialist soul, we must respond with a global alliance that will defend common sense, because this is a shared threat." Le Pen, whose National Rally party is leading in the French polls, expressed confidence in Vox's support in the European Parliament to begin to reorientate the EU. Milei, commencing his speech with a song, extolled the virtues of capitalism. "Despite all the left's whinging, the free market brings prosperity to everyone," he asserted. "Socialism has always been an economic and social failure. Opening the door to socialism means inviting death. It's more important than ever to point that out." During an event on Friday, the controversial Argentinian president had already voiced his vehement opposition to socialism, referring to it as the cancer of humanity, the enemy, and satanic, disgusting, atrocious, carcinogenic. He also reignited a war of words with Spain's transport minister, Oscar Puente, who had questioned Milei's eccentric media appearances. Milei retaliated by alluding to corruption allegations involving the wife of Spain's prime minister, Pedro Sánchez, who has denied the accusations but has taken time off to contemplate his political future. The Argentinian president criticized Sánchez's response, stating that despite the allegations against his wife, he had debased himself by considering resignation. Spain's government condemned Milei's remarks as an unprecedented, frontal attack on our democracy, on our institutions, and on Spain itself, and announced the recall of its ambassador in Buenos Aires. Spain's foreign minister, José Manuel Álvarez, demanded a public apology from Milei, threatening further actions if one was not forthcoming. Sánchez himself denounced the far-right summit as indicative of an undercurrent, opposed to social justice, science, and women's rights. He emphasized the values of forgiveness, coexistence, and unity over bitterness, confrontation, and division, which he believes represent the true character of Spanish society.